everybody. I'm Delegate Bob Brink, and this is my friend and colleague, Delegate Patrick Hope from Arlington. And Patrick and I are here today to celebrate one of my favorite weekends of the year, Memorial Day weekend, when public pools across the Commonwealth will open and offer many Virginians an affordable opportunity to sun, splash, and spend some time with their families and their friends. Now, not everybody looks forward to this weekend as much as we do. For Ken Cuccinelli, this weekend is not about finally being able to cool off at the local pool. It's the threat to liberty that he believes public pools pose. That's right, the Republicans have nominated a candidate for governor who looks at a public pool and doesn't see a fun place for his kids to hang out in the summer. As we learned from his book, The Last Line of Defense, which is available on Amazon and on Kindle, he sees tragic government overreach that, and I quote, crowds out private business and, quote, shrinks the liberty pie. Now, we might find it a little nutty that somebody would think public pools are a threat to liberty, but it's consistent with Ken Cuccinelli's opposition to the shared investments that make this Commonwealth and this country what we are today. It's the same mindset that led Ken Cuccinelli to write in his book that Social Security and Medicare are, quote, goodies that bad politicians created to make people dependent on government. That's what he thinks about Social Security and Medicare. And it's the same mindset that led Ken Cuccinelli to attack the recent bipartisan transportation compromise and to try multiple times to use his office to try to kill it, leaving Virginians to continue sitting in the gridlock that all of us suffer with no remedy from Richmond. Now, don't think that Ken Cuccinelli is against the use of government power across the board. Unfortunately, the only times Ken Cuccinelli seems interested in the power of government is when he can use it to force his agenda into Virginians' personal lives. Government power was okay with him when he bullied the Virginia Board of Health into passing regulations that threatened to close women's health clinics across the Commonwealth. And government power was okay with him when he tried to bully our state universities into doing away with policies that protect gay and lesbian students and staff from discrimination. So here's the Cuccinelli rule. It's okay to use government to intrude into personal lives, in order to threaten, in order to intimidate. But if government provides a place for people to enjoy themselves on a hot summer day, it's a threat to the liberty pie. So this weekend, as Virginians head to public pools to relax and enjoy the beginning of summer, we hope they'll consider for a moment what kind of governor they want for them and their families. And I hope they'll join us in helping to keep Ken Cuccinelli from becoming the Grinch who stole summer. With that, I'd like to turn it over to my friend Patrick Hope.
Thank you, Delegate Brink. I'm Patrick Hope. I represent Arlington County's 47th District. Right here, we're in Upton Hills Swimming Center, and I want to welcome you for coming out today. Welcome to what many see as the official launch of summer. This is Memorial Day weekend. Doesn't feel like it, but not quite yet, but it will be here, and it'll be here very soon. Many Arlingtonians will come to Upton Hill, including my own family, and Virginians across the state will flock to swimming pools just like the one behind me. At community centers, they'll come here to cool down, to get out of the heat, to get some exercise, and for some, to stay out of trouble. Public pools are a safe place for kids to enjoy the summer away from school. Communities rely on facilities just like this one, and we see it as a public good, but not Ken Cuccinelli. In his book, The Last Line of Defense, Cuccinelli attacked public pools such as the one here, saying they are a threat to private pools and that they make the liberty pie somehow smaller. I guess he would rather see only those with country club memberships have access to swimming pools. Historically, in Virginia, this was a very racially sensitive issue, contributing to a sharp rise in private pools and country club pools. I think we may be seeing a glimpse of just how Ken Cuccinelli, if elected governor, will pay for his plan to cut taxes. You see, by shifting the tax burden over to localities, it may force them to only fund essential services. I hope Virginians are smart enough to see through these kinds of policies that aren't about the public good at all, or what's in the public interest. It's apparently what's in Ken Cuccinelli's interest. I don't want to turn Virginia into a state only for those who can afford country club membership and access to our swimming pools. Upton Hills is a part of our community, as are many facilities just like it all across our Commonwealth. So when the temperature starts to soar in the 90s and the haze blurs over the horizon, city and community center pools across Virginia will come calling for you to take a dip. Enjoy the summer, enjoy the safety and security that are offered by your local swimming pools while you still can. Thank you all for coming this afternoon.